Can you hear me now? I'm your host, comedian Coleman Burton, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, Hollywood is all the same. Thanks for tuning in. Right now, we've jumped off of abortions and jumped back on to, I guess, cheating. That's dang. Do we got any other things going on this?
Exactly. All your topics are sad.
Cheating. It's not a sad talk. It's just really a scenario based type of thing.
This is sad.
So here's the scenario. We got this dude. He's dating two women. Woman number one, he tells her, "You're the only one." And woman number two, he tells her it's someone else. Now, he loves both of the women, and he's telling them both, "I love you," but, number one, we've named number one Tina. He tells Tina, "I love you." He tells, what was the other number two's name? What name did I give her? Keisha. He told Keisha, "I love you too," but it's someone else. Which one does he love? Now, I was explaining to my son here. My son is my co-host and my engineer, and he'll be 24 years old next week, and he doesn't know if he's ever been in love. And I was trying to explain to him that. What?
Thought so.
Thought so what?
I thought I wasn't.
So then you found out that you wasn't?
Yeah, because, you know.
You know what? I don't know. Tell me.
I like I said, I found out music will never fail me. Music will never.
But you can't.
Huh?
My son.
What?
You can't fuck music. You can't sleep with music. You can't. Music ain't gonna take care of you when you get sick. Music is not gonna be a warm body laying next to you. You can't marry music, and you can't reproduce and have children with music. So
you and I look at music differently then.
So you Cameron, stop. Cameron, stop.
What?
Stop trying to play stupid.
I'm not playing.
Like I'm saying.
I'm not playing stupid. It's just that
music is not a person. I'm glad that you found something that you have a love for, because I have a similar love for comedy. I love comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy has really been there for me when I feel like no one else has. When I'm going through something and I can't possibly get through it, comedy brings me through. I'm able to go on stage, I'm able to vent, and I'm able to really be myself with comedy, and it takes me through things, so I can feel you on having a love, a passion for something like music.
Do you though? Because I feel like people aren't really that passionate anymore. It's all about money. I don't think about money when I think about music.
I'm
I don't
very
think about
passionate, but at the same time,
money.
You also don't have 3 children to feed. So as passionate as I am about comedy, I have to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just be on here telling jokes for free. Once I know my worth and know my value and know that there's money to be made out here in this comedy game, I'm going to get this money. So it doesn't mean that I don't
get
so if I turn a show down because they're not paying enough money, don't mean that I don't love comedy. It just means that I know that I have a craft and I should be paid for my craft properly. And if I'm not getting paid for my craft properly, then I'm not going to do it at that particular time. Now, I've done work for free. Some of the most rewarding work that I have done has been for free. I performed for military troops in Kuwait, Afghanistan, Iraq, and I either was paid very little money or no money, and those have been the most fulfilling, rewarding times that I have ever had on stage. And I feel like as an artist, as someone who was blessed with a God-given gift, it's my duty to use this gift to bless others. So it's not all about money, definitely not, but at the end of the day, you can't compare your love to music, which is similar to my love for comedy, to your love for a human being.
Well, let me explain to you why I thought it was love, but it wasn't, because the person didn't like me for what I did myself. Who I was turning into and what I was doing. Like, they weren't okay with that.
That's
so
fine.
that's not love.
Let's just say that you've never been in love. That's fine. If we go back to the original subject and the original scenario is a man is romantically involved with 2 women. He tells woman number 1, "I love you," and you're the only one. He tells woman number 2, "I love you, but there's someone else." Which one does he love? This is something I saw on social media. A lot of people chimed in and they said, well, he doesn't love either one of them. He only loves himself. And I disagree with that. I feel like it's possible to love more than one person, and I feel like because I feel like I've been at stages of my life where I've loved more than one person at one time that I was romantically involved with, and also I feel like just because I feel like a man or a woman is going to do whatever they can get away with. Mm-hmm. And to me, I feel like the one that he's afraid of losing the most is woman number one, mm-hmm. the one that he's lying to. Because he know if he tell her the truth, she's not going to go for that. And ultimately, if he loves her enough, he will leave number two. But if he feel like he can get away with it, see, this men going to do whatever they feel like they can get away with doing. If they feel like I can get away with having 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 women, they're going to do it. If they feel like I can't get away with that, then they'll be more cautious and more careful, you know. But I just feel like I was just shocked. That's why I wanted to discuss it. I was just shocked to feel like, to hear that people were saying, oh, no, he doesn't love nobody. He just loves himself. Oh, he could very well love both of them bitches, but he just want his cake and eat it too, which is what a lot of men do. A lot of us women are allowing it, so you can get away with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I just feel like a person can love more than one person at one time. What do you think? Give us a call. Let us know. The number to call is 310. Mm-hmm. What's the rest of it?
310-986-6610.
I also want to go back to the whole cheating thing. Cheating is so accepted. I feel like, what are the rules? Why would you leave your person, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend for cheating? Does it matter who they cheat with? Do you think it matters?
Do I think me?
Yeah.
No, anybody is just, unless it's a girl, I don't take that seriously. It's like, oh, okay. It's kind of cute.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So my son is saying that if he's with somebody and they cheat on him with another girl, he would not care. So if they were romantically involved with another woman and they did the smack, carpet munch.
I mean, if they were serious, if it was
no. We're talking about
okay.
just little, you know.
It's like
licky, sucky.
It's messed up. It might be messed up for me to think that, but like honestly, like I'm not gonna take that as serious as I would with another pole being stuck in my like woman. Besides my pole, you know what I'm saying? That's disturbing. But when it's another woman, it's just like, oh, like get on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh, it's like okay. Like I wouldn't even like stop. You know how a dude would stop like his woman from having, yeah, be like, oh, what's going on? But with a girl, it's just like, I'm telling you, some guys just like, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I'm not I don't know.
So it doesn't count if she cheats with another girl.
That's for me. I'm not gonna say for every, like you said, not for everybody.
But we're talking about
to
Cameron.
Me, yeah.
We're talking about Cameron. So if yo girl does it, so do you consider her as being a lesbian if she's having an intimate relationship with another woman?
I mean, if she is, she should just tell me so I can stop playing with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop the games. Like, just let me know.
I'm just saying,
but like you said, if it was just a man,
bisexual.
Yeah. If it was just a, like you said, like a type thing, it's like no. But if you seriously are leaving me for another woman, I kind of would be hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be hurt a little bit. I'll be like, God damn, like, am I that bad, or is it me? You be asking yourself questions like, am I bad? But
ironically, I feel like most men actually feel the way that you feel. Most men do not care if their woman is romantically involved with another woman. And I guess
it's like I'll be more hurt. Like, why didn't you tell me? Like, why is this a secret? This is something you could have told me.
I know my man would want it. He don't give a fuck, man, woman, child. He don't want nobody up on me.
And maybe it's a maturity thing. Maybe I'll change my mind when I get older. But like,
I mean, you probably won't. And I think that you're coming up you're a millennial, and this age of millennials, it's accepted. You're like, eating pussy is cool now. You know, everybody's eating pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. for none of this carpet munching to be going on. It's no. I'm so serious. Like it's so cool and accepted, and it's like a fad. Like you ain't cool unless you eating coochie. And men actually want their women to eat coochie. We coming up in the time where everybody want threesome. They want to watch and all of this and that, and it's just definitely a double standard because let me find out my man sucked a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now that.
It ain't even. I can't even just break up with you. You got to die. I got to get somebody to shoot you. I got to get you. You got to get popped off if I find out you out here sucking dick and fucking me. You got to die.
Yeah.
Like that's just a no.
Yeah.
You mean tell me you a whole fag out here?
But that goes back to what I was saying. Like women are really different. Like they not like like us. Like men, women are set at a high standard. You know what I'm saying? Like women, I do think they gods.
That we're gods?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, go back to the whole abortion thing. Y'all control the population. That's why they trying to control y'all. But hey,
I mean, this what I don't understand about that is that if the population is like, there are several different countries that have limited the amount of children that you can have.
Yeah,
and that's
especially
so
China.
crazy that you're forced to terminate pregnancies in other countries if you have more than one child.
Yep.
Or maybe is it one or two?
More than two. China.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you have a lot of women, they want boys.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get pregnant, they find out it's a girl, they often terminate their pregnancy because they want boys.
Is that not awful to you? What? You said, what?
I just really want to speak for my women's right to choose.
Oh my God! You said, what? That is terrible.
Let me stick with my women's right to choose shit right now. But it would really be so unfair if I didn't admit that just really does sound.
That is
fucked up.
the worst. You would just get. First of all, I just said how women are very important. So if you are only having boys and then cutting off the women, we are not gonna have no more people. You get what I'm saying? That's disgusting. That's like what? Like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Didn't think that far, huh?
No, I mean, you would. I mean, there are girls. I think that we already have so many girls. We talked about this a while back too. Is that
yeah,
in addition to the
girls.
overpopulation, there are women outnumber men.
Yeah.
5 to 1, I believe. Those were the
5
last
to 1?
numbers.
Wow.
I think that is something crazy like that. Maybe it may be 4 to 1, but it's a lot.
Y'all out here jumping people.
There's a lot more females than there are men. That's why the average man got 3 different bitches because there's so many of us. We got to share it because there's so many of us out here. Like shit.
Oh no, some of y'all mean.
And that's not talking about black men because black men is wanted by every nationality of woman. They want a black man.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
They don't make me feel like it at my job. They be playing.
They don't be giving up that cat.
No, it's not that. They just like fake it. Like they act like they don't.
Your job?
Yeah, they act like
they
don't.
all probably eating pussy. That's why they probably fucking each other. That's why they ain't worried about you.
That's funny. No, but I get what you're saying. I think that's true too. But admitting it, like just like don't fight it. Like if it's the truth, then let it be the truth. But that's how I feel like at work that women are fighting it. They like just I don't like trying to not look at avoid looking at me.
They don't want workplace romance. You see what happened to the last guy on the movie? You see he done got fired
What movie?
over that pussy. The TV show. All these Me Too movements. They want to avoid it. You should be happy. There's so many women.
What do I got to do with the Me Too movement? I'm not doing nothing, no.
I'm just saying, there's so many women out here that you don't need to be involved with a woman in the workplace.
Mm. I agree. I'm just saying, like, don't be weird though. Like, just let me know. Like, it's some women that let me know as soon as they see me. They're like, oh my God, your hair, your look, and I'm like, see, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a jerk. I'm not gonna say like, oh, well, thank you. I'm not gonna act bougie about it. I'm gonna say thank you.
Amazing hair. You listen to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. Karen, go ahead and give them your Instagram so they can log on and look at your hair.
CAMOZ_PESO. But that's the thing. But that's the thing. Like people think that I'm just a uppity tight asshole because that's how people are out here. But I'm not. When you give me a compliment, I take it as a compliment. I'm like, well, thank you. I appreciate you telling me that. Like it really makes me smile. But I guess everybody else fucked it up for people like me. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh,
Do you let people?
Of course, my hair is like, yeah. Some people, I mean, if you ask me, now some people they don't act, they just go and touch it, or they'll ask while they touching my hair. It's just like, stop playing with me, like don't play with me like that. Like just like move, like that irritates me. But if you honest and say, may I please? Even with some guys, I know they do hair, and like they like it's nothing like that. And I know they just want to touch it, and I'm like, it's cool as long as you are what's the word, as long as you appropriate and not trying to like be on no weird stuff. Now, if you on weird stuff,
So Cameron has extremely long dreadlocks, and they're very, very nice. They're very healthy. I like to take all the credit for that.
Really? You like to take all the credit for that?
I took care of them during the most important stages of the growth of the dreadlocks. The predator stages, when you was being called predator, that was me. It was doing your dreads. I took care of them, but they're very long, and Karen is very tall, and so if
people are just intimidated. They think that I'm either a killer or I don't know. I think that's it.
I think that people, because I know I was in a grocery store one time, and I got into it with this dude in the line in the grocery store. Okay, so I'm in line, and the line is moving, and this man had his basket in the line, but he was just like somewhere gone, still shopping. So I politely moved in front of his basket and continued to go in the line. So a couple of minutes later, I done start putting my shit on the belt now. And he done came back. Now, when he came back, I had started putting my stuff on. He told me, I had my back. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you wasn't here, so I just moved my stuff in front. So he's like, okay. So I guess he thought about it, and then he told me, well, I like my place back in line. Well, you're not about to get this place back because I'm already here, and you were not. If that's the case, I could just park my basket and then go shop and then come back to it 20 minutes later. It don't work like that. You were not here.
Yeah. A man did this?
Yeah, and so he was like, I like my place back in line. Oh, it's still, why you acting all like that? Acting all like what? Well, I'm sure you see these dreads and you see a black man with dreads.
What?
I said, first of all, my 23-year-old son has dreads that's 10 times longer than yours, and my boyfriend will catch the bus up here and fuck you up if you think he's the game. Shit.
Catch the bus up here.
What the fuck you thought? Don't let me have my man get in the Uber, come up here and fuck your ass up.
See, I don't ever say things like that. Like that's just because I have hair or just because I'm tall or black or whatever. It doesn't make me any better than anybody else. So I wouldn't even. The fact that he even said, "Oh, I wanted my space back," is some like feminine weird type of stuff. Like, bro, like just wait, like
yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
No,
and then you put your thing. Yeah, that's a weird thing. But yeah, I never, you would never catch me saying
that people think that y'all are scary.
So yes, yeah. Matter of fact, it was an interview. I don't know where to find it, but it was an interview with this guy on a talk show not too long ago. And a woman was like, I'm sorry, a white woman was like, I'm sorry, but if I saw a guy like you in a store, I'd be terrified. And it's just like, what? And I forgot what he said back, but I'm gonna find the video and send it to you. I forgot right now, but I'm gonna find it. But people are legit, like fearful of their life sometimes. And it's just like, especially because, I like to wear black a lot. And so, like, you know what I'm saying?
You look like a robber, and people only know. I want to let everybody know you should be more afraid of my daughter than you should be afraid of any of my sons.
I don't know about that one, but I will say, yeah, like
my daughter thinks she is so tough.
That's the thing too. I don't think it's in you, not on you. First of all, like you know what I'm saying. It's like you can't like act like you tough and then not really be tough. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'm a cool guy. I don't be on that weird like. Now on Instagram, it's a little different because you gotta show off and do all this stuff and do cool stuff. And I'm cool on there, but I'm cool to people too. When they comment and say stuff to me, I say stuff back. I ain't like that stuff out of here, man.
Yeah,
Don't ever say, "Oh, I have dreads, so you should do like you sound crazy."
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You're harmless. People need to know, and you're very tall too, and you're very quiet. So like you probably be sneaking up on motherfuckers and they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But back to this women eating coochie. I just feel like, what? I just want to go back to this because I just feel like it's really something drastically wrong with the fact that you do not care if your woman gives and or receives fellatio from another woman and she's in a relationship. You don't consider that cheap. That's like crazy to me.
Well, I mean, shoot. It's only cheating if you're not sharing. Like, I mean, like, come on now. Like,
So you back to this threesome?
yeah,
thing,
like,
now.
I mean, what's up? Let me
Why
know
is
the
it-
deal.
You know that is
What's going on with
threesome
you?
thing. What's going on, Cameron? Why do you?
It's
why-
not even more so of a threesome. It's just that, like, like, like you said, life is really short, and you should be able to enjoy like people around you and stuff, and like more free thinking and expression and experimenting and stuff
So
like
you
that.
talking about really enjoying the people around you, like literally, like fucking them, like.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody, of course, but I mean, it's just I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't.
So what if you're in a relationship with
Mhm.
someone who's not into eating pussy and she doesn't want to do a threesome?
That's cool. First of all, we're not even talking about relationships right now because
I'm not saying that you are, but I'm
But
just saying this all came about because you don't feel like your woman having a sexual contact with another woman, meaning sucking each other's vaginas, is cheating, and that just bothers me.
Of course, I would want to know. I would want to know like why and stuff like that,
but then ultimately you would be mad because you weren't invited to join in.
Yeah, like dang guys, like what's going on here?
You need to come back to church. This is what happened when your kids get out of church.
We start thinking more.
Now y'all start being that's just crazy.
More. Church messed up like that too. They'll talk about that in front of you. Why you supposed to be doing sermon and stuff? So I don't want to hear about church because I went to church and was church, but you know what I'm saying. Other people around me, they just weird, man. Like profanity.
And was church.
I went to church and was holy and was trying to be sanctified and clean and like didn't curse and stuff. But yes, and didn't. But the other people around me were not the same, and so I figured out what is this? This is a made up place.
Well, organized Christianity is ultimately corrupt, and so
super corrupt.
We know that. So you one of the main rules that I always say when I talk about this is my advice to you and anyone else involved in the church in any way, shape, or form. The number one rule is to put your faith and trust in man. Don't put your faith and trust in man. Put it in God. Put your trust in God, not man.
Yeah, and I do.
So when you go there, you go for an experience, and you go for education and to learn and to be taught, not for because you ain't gonna never find a perfect pastor, you're gonna never find a perfect church, you'll never find anything like that. So you can't focus on what that is. Focus on what you can get out of.
That's why I just remove myself because it's a waste of time. I'd rather pray at home.
Okay. So
to God, if God loves me, He can come to where I'm at.
That's a whole different radio show. We'll be talking about church and how my kids just backslid.
It's a waste of time and money. They are. I'm telling you.
That is your opinion. That is not the opinion of Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? There are times that I have been drastically discouraged by church. But the more that I learn to put my faith in God, not man, and I learn to get what type of teaching and preaching I can get out of the church. I learned that to go to a church that I can see the seeds that I've sown, being put into the community, then I won't have a problem giving. I don't want to give to a church that is the pastor's driving a brand new Mercedes Benz and the people right outside the church are hungry. Where I can see
shout out TD Jakes.
My tithes and offering being worked in the community. I can see that, and so that is why I don't go to church as often as I should because I work on the weekends. I'm very seldomly off on weekends, so I don't go as often as I should. But when I do go, I feel good about giving. I feel good about what I receive from the church.
That's good.
Granted, I leave the church and go home and fornicate, but
Wow.
but
Wow. See.
but
Exactly. But exactly. But
we're gonna take a quick break. God know my heart. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be right back for the final minutes of Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? We're gonna run on a review. We're gonna have Carmen Barton's Am I Wrong for That? And we got Cameron Barton's hip hop review coming up. You're listening to Marcus King Presents Can You Hear Me Now?
Now. Yep.
Ooh, I felt this show slipping away from me.
Huh?
I felt the show slipping away from me.
For real?
Yeah, but I got it back.
You started getting sleepy?
No, I just felt like we was idle.
We was what?
We was idle. Like I was talking about this whole cheating thing and wasn't nobody responding and it just wasn't picking up and so.
That's cool. Looks good.
It does. You looking at it on that?
It switches on the song, so it goes back and forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some guests for probably the rest of the month. Oh yeah, that's good. So how does it know to switch to him or me?
It just does it automatically. Once we get some interns and I have somebody doing it.
Yeah.
Cause all these niggas garbage, I'm away. Don't take simple skills. You gotta go hard for your state. I'm right here to the grill. I'ma get my profit.
That's on YouTube. Nobody can see it.
Yeah, that's good. This wasn't no good week.
No, that's all good. You guys are funny, man. That's an energy drink. We're gonna start selling them.
Oh, this one thing he telling me he wanted to work
There you
on.
go. And then
Cameron.
just all natural energy drink. So I'll get you some information on it. And then we're gonna work a deal out with all the shows. I think it's usually like 30, 30, 30, and 10% for administrative. And you have a code, maybe the name of the show or whatever your name. People can put that in. Zoe sells tons of cases.
Bottom line, flat out, really don't
We sell all kinds of hot sauce.
this worth hunting. I'ma come with you.
Just some stuff to generate some income.
Just wanted you to read the game with no opponents, my components. Consist of real problems and drugs. My assistant
How's it
You
rolling?
been good? We missed you last week.
Yeah, I went,
What did I say about your kids? For real? I can't wait to see him.
But yeah, the King's out of town until the 5th.
Oh, okay, he's still in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. How his leg going?
He got a boot on it right now. Trying to hoop.
I went in on his ass. This nigga talking about I'm at home, I told my ACL. If you don't quit trying to do young nigga shit with your old ass.
He sit his ass down. Out there playing on the concrete.
No, he should know better.
Coming back in.
You know
I don't know why this phone is moving to the front but this okay. You ready?
Welcome back to Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? I am your hostess with the mostest, comedian Carmen Barton. I'm here with my son, Camos Peso.
Yep.
And we're closing out our 2 hours today. It's been a great 2 hours. I went on another rant about abortion and how much I hate it and how much I want to say screw you to all the lawmakers who are standing behind this horrible ban. Just fuck Roe versus Wade. Just ridiculous, It's just ridiculous. And so I had to put my little 2 cents in about that. I'm thinking about getting a T-shirt made to voice my opinion about how horrible the ban is, to add to all my other shit I'm selling. Right now I have a joyous amount of merchandise. I'm selling these cute little dresses and jackets that say "Can't Steal My Joy." I can say that when I started the show a couple hours ago, I was just really, really in a funk, and I feel better.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel better. I feel better. I need to get with these energy drinks. You know, they've said good things and bad things about energy drink, but they have an amazing drink called Total Package. This energy drink is amazing. It's all natural, fruit flavor, gives you natural energy, not that high and then crash, you know, all that shit. So it tastes good.
That's good.
I like it, and I want to tell everybody that you need to get your hands on the Total Package energy shots. They're much better than the 4-hour energies. I've tried it all. Traveling in different time zones is my way of life, and so
I got the Total Package.
Try the Total Package. It looks like it should be a dick up in here, don't it? Total Package, shouldn't it be like you open it up and you get a little drink and at the bottom it'll be a dick or something like Total Package? I don't know. That's a weird name for
we're a tasty drink.
Right.
Tasty.
You don't want it to taste like dick
dick.
either. It don't taste like dick. It tastes like fruit punch. Total Package. But yeah. So we're closing out our show today.
Mm-hmm.
I want to once again give a shout out to everybody in Birmingham, Alabama, who supported me this weekend. I was out there with Arnez J and Jay Ellis, and we had amazing shows. It was hot. I flew into Atlanta, drove to Birmingham, stopped and did a little shopping, and it was a great trip. This week I will be in Ontario, California, the Inland Empire, Rancho Cucamonga. I always thought that was a fake.
Really?
When I saw it on Friday.
Friday, you thought that was a fake place?
Yeah, I thought it was a fake place.
It's real.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, they had Pops driving and all that traffic, taking him forever to get there to try to go save Craig.
That was funny.
And I moved out here and found out this place is real.
Right.
Rancho Cucamonga. It's in the Empire, not too far from Ontario. It's all like this same little thing. And so it's about an hour outside LA with heavy traffic, but it can take up to 2 hours if you're driving in heavy traffic. So I want to invite everyone out there to come and see me. The shows are selling out fast. I'll be there again with Arnez J. And so it's going to be an amazing weekend there. I'm glad that I don't have to buy no plane ticket. I am getting a hotel though, because driving is stressful. I don't want to have to do that drive 2 days in a row.
Right.
So I'm going to go out there Friday afternoon and then spend the night. And after the show Sunday, I'll come back, go to church.
Go to church?
Yes.
What did we just say about church?
No
church.
Listen, it don't matter what nobody else's opinion is. I know that God is real.
I think that God is real too. I just don't believe in, like, in my opinion, when you go to church and do communion, that's like giving to a charity. That's like just giving money to a charity. Like, I don't care what charity, just give them the money. Like, they're not even getting any of the money.
Cameron, communion is when you.
Not communion, my bad.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
not
communion. You know what I meant.
The juice and
The
offering
tithes. Yes, I'm sorry. All these things have been like
to the benevolent fund and
yeah.
Well, I know my grandfather, we come from a church background. The church that your grandfather goes to, shout out to my daddy. Hey daddy, hey Dagny. They actually have a setup at that church where if you come to that church and you faithfully tithe, giving 10% of your earnings to this church, I believe it's for 90 days. You tithe faithfully for 90 days, 10% of your income, and you do not see a change in your life financially for the better, they will give you your money back. Yes, they will. They will. That's just how confident they are that if you get into your word and you abide by what the word says and you tithe and you give 10% of your income, you will receive a financial blessing. And I have gone through periods of time where I did not tithe. I have gone through periods of time where I did tithe. I'm not 100% faithful tither. I don't give 10% of every bit of all my earnings. I will not lie and say that I do. There are times that I may hit a lick and I may give 20%, you know, but I may not have tithed in 3 months before then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, but I do give. I don't, you know, I don't give the way that I should, but I do see things. I do see where my seeds have been sown, and I believe that you reap what you sow financially and all the way around. And I believe God has saved me. I should be dead. I should be somewhere in the ditch dead. Y'all don't know what I have been through, and I feel like
We all should.
I know that I'm living today off of other people's prayers, and I am a strong believer in my faith, and I believe that Jesus was born, died on the cross, and was born again. So I'm saved despite all the sinning that I do, and despite, because we're all man, we're made of dirt, we're built to sin. But I do try to live right. I do try to do things right. Like I said, I'm a regular fornicator, and I don't ask for forgiveness for fornication. No, I don't. And the reason why I don't, because I feel like you playing with God. You can't say, God, please forgive me for fornicating, knowing you're going to do it again tonight and probably be even nastier than you was the last time you did.
I feel like people really do that, though. Like,
But
that's the weird thing about the whole thing is people actually do that. It is like,
I don't
it's
feel
silly.
like you can't ask for forgiveness for something that you don't even plan on stopping.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are other things that I have asked for forgiveness for. Like I said, I've been delivered from so many different things, so many different demons. I've never used drugs, and I've never prostituted. I've never sold my body. But those about the only 2 things that I ain't done. I've done about everything else. And I have been delivered from most of those things, and I'm grateful to God for delivering me. I can remember the last time I went to God and threw myself on the altar and prayed to God. I was begging that God save my daughter's life. My daughter was on drugs. She was strung out. I thought that she was going to kill herself with these drugs, and I did everything that I could. And I remember praying to God to save my daughter, to deliver my daughter from these drugs. God gave me the wisdom. He gave me the support that I needed to do what I needed to do with my daughter, and He saved my daughter. And nobody can tell me that it was anybody but God that delivered my daughter from drugs. So there it is. I prayed over you when you left my house, when you left my your girlfriend, when you moved out. I heard on in these streets of LA. I prayed that God covers you. And I believe that my prayers are being answered. It is what it is. I'm about to curse. I'm about to go out here and fuck. I'm about to curse. It is what it is. But I still have a relationship with God. God still loves me. God still knows me. I still love God, and I'm still trying to do right. I'm still pushing toward doing right.
See, I wish more people was like you instead of like lying and making people think that they already have it.
Well,
together.
some people,
you know what I'm saying?
but people don't go to God. If you got everything together, then what you need God for? God is there. The church is there to help heal and help get you through things. So,
that's it? Don't this feel like kind of using?
I mean, no.
That sounds like
you also have to. There's also sacrifices that you have to make. I made major sacrifices when my daughter was going through drugs. Major sacrifices. I got off the road, went and I opened up my own business in St. Louis to try to generate an income in St. Louis. So spent thousands of dollars on a business that ultimately failed, trying to be closer to my daughter so I could be there for her during that time. And so I made ultimate sacrifices. And I think that it's about sacrifice. You do what you got to do for your kids. You don't just say, I'm going to give her to God and just let her be out there on her own. You got to do your part, So everybody has their own situation. Everybody has their own beliefs and feelings about it. And I'm not here to push my beliefs up on nobody, because I know I ain't perfect. And I know I ain't going to let nobody push their beliefs up on me. That's not why I'm here. I'm just here giving you my point of view on life, giving you my point of view on abortion. I know y'all like, how you all into church and you want everybody to be able to kill their baby? That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean that I don't believe in God. That just means that I feel like God should be able to deal with these people who doing these abortions. If this is if this is wrong in God's eyes, then let God deal with them, not me. So, you know, this is a weird type of show. We just took a weird turn, but hey, I'm a weird type of chick. I'm a different type of chick. I put everything out there. I keep it real. I don't lie about shit. I done been to hell and back, and I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of where I am in life. I know that I have many more things to do on my journey on this earth as long as I'm here. So I'm trying to just work and get it done. But my ultimate goal is to make people feel better about themselves, and so I try to do that via comedy. So hopefully you laughed today. Maybe you cried. Shit, I don't know. But I know I feel better than I did when I started. So so I'm happy. I'm happy.
I feel good too.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I feel good too.
You feel good?
Yeah. I just want people to stop going to church. No, I'm just
You should. I want you to start back going. Kayla my daughter actually went to church with me on Sunday. Let me tell you how fucked up this was. Me, my daughter, and my boyfriend went to church. Okay, like I said, I don't go to church that often, but when I'm in town, I make it my business to go. So me and my daughter and my boyfriend went to church. My daughter was coming over my house for something, and as she came, we was leaving going to church. I'm like, come on, go to church with us. So we all get to church. We get to church. They was like, oh, y'all didn't know we had a different schedule today. The service is about over.
What?
Yeah, so we get to church, and they was closing the service out.
Wow.
They had a different time for the service, which I didn't know because, of course, I don't go that often. But they was both like, good.
Really?
We get credit for this, and we was only here for 10 minutes.
Wow. Wow. See, that's the thing. That's the thing I don't like about churches. It makes you feel like you have to be there, and like, in my opinion, you don't have to be there to get blessed or none of that. Like they're the same.
I mean, it's
people
all
there.
about having a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? It's all about having a relationship with God.
I feel like I've had that relationship because.
Well, good. But I mean, you could go. I mean, listen, you can go to church. You can go on live and get the word. You can, Daddy and them church was streaming live this past Sunday I went to church on the live stream. So I didn't actually go, but I was in my hotel bed naked, but I was looking at the sermon, and I learned something, and it was inspiring for me. I didn't pay nothing, but however, look, I want y'all to do. I want my listeners to do whatever they do. If they want to praise whoever they praise, look to a higher power. If they want to do their Scientology, do your Scientology. Just stop telling women what the fuck to do with their body. That's what I want y'all to do. So
yeah,
I was gonna try not to curse for the rest of the show, but I didn't. I wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, I just don't believe in even doing that. Even just like in my opinion, I'm just saying from what my experiences being there, it's a waste of time.
So if something happened to you and you die, what you mean? You don't want to?
I'm gonna be dead. What?
You don't want a funeral?
I'm gonna be dead. That's
Let
it.
me know now. What you want me to do? Just cremate
There's nothing
you?
I can do. I'm gonna be dead.
But what do you want? What are your wishes? Do you want me to cremate you or?
It doesn't matter.
Just what you mean it doesn't matter? I got to do something with the body. I can't just leave the body there.
What I'm saying is I believe in God 100%.
So you want to have a church funeral?
And I pray and stuff. It's just that people have to look within themselves to find a lot of these things that they're looking for in the church.
I agree with that. I agree.
I'm just saying because they tell you what you can tell yourself.
I'm probably gonna die first. So when I die, do you know what I want for my funeral and stuff?
Of course, a big bedazzled casket, and everybody will be wearing black and sad and saying and not in loving memory. Or was it something else?
No, in loving memory.
In loving memory, not to celebrate your life, but in loving memory.
And everybody
sad,
better cry.
And horses, carriages, diamond studded. Yeah.
All of that. I'm glad you got that shit down. I want to go out like old girl did in Imitation of Life. When she died, they ain't gotta have a band, but I do. I want the horse and carriage. I want all black, baby. I want to go out, and but I do want them to let all the comedians get up and tell,
One joke.
give every comedian 2 minutes. Give me a
Two-
best
two-
2 minutes. Best 2 minute story.
2 minute
about
story.
me, yeah. So I do.
That's funny.
I do want it to be laughter.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
yeah, I do want it to be some type of laughter, but I want to go out
With a
baby,
bang,
with a
yeah.
bang, and I want the whole casket open the whole time I'm the preacher up there preaching, the casket open, and I want to have.
What if something bad happens though?
And I want you to put on the baddest red bottoms or whatever. Put on some shoes that be hurting, cause I'm gonna be dead. Shoes that be
Heard
hurting
your
my
feet before. Just
Yeah.
put them on. That's funny.
Yeah, put them on my feet, cause I ain't gonna be able to feel shit. Cram my feet up in the side. Cram a size 7 on my damn feet.
But really, I do think it is like a celebration of you being on the planet and doing all you've done. And that's why they say that. I get why they say that. That makes me feel better about it instead of people feeling like, oh my God, like this happened, like this is so. Even though it is sad when people go, like celebrate what they did and try to remember instead of just throwing it to the back and saying, oh, remember, like no, remember, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. We about to check out this bitch.
I'm about to check out in 3 minutes. 3
You
minutes.
got anything for the hip hop review?
Oh, I do. Thank you for reminding me.
That's my job. That's what I do.
Okay. So, shoot, it went out. Give me 1 second. It's about Lil Nas X though.
Okay.
He,
I'm gonna take my horse
yeah.
on an old time road.
So it says in this little post, it says the power of the internet. Lil Nas X had $5.62 in his bank account before Old Town Road became a hit. In a recent interview with Narwhal, the rapper confirmed he had only around $5 in his Wells Fargo account. He was able to get money together to buy Old Town Road beat for just about like $29.99, and it doesn't take much to start the digital age. Opportunity is everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
come on. Give me a high five on
And I
that
just
one. That's
like-
what I'm talking about for a hip hop review.
and I
Lil
like-
Nas X had $5 in his account when he recorded this hit song.
And it's crazy because a lot of people are like upset at him. I don't even know. I hadn't heard of him until the song that came out. But I'm happy because like we just winning, man. We taking over country and if you think that's it, like the country, like us being on the charts for what was it, the best country country track. Like if you think that's like hurting, like just imagine what we got in store. Because like I'm not even gonna tell you what I got going on, but. This is
It's big.
This is super big, and like Billy Ray Cyrus, of course, did the remix with him, and they did a whole video and everything. And there's still some hate going around, but we here to stay. Like y'all shouldn't. Come on, man.
As we go, as we take this away, I want to say this. I want to ride off of what you're saying. I want to remind the world and all the listeners that since the beginning of time. Black people have been robbed of credit for all of their efforts in the music industry, in the fashion industry, and when you take someone like Lil Nas X and you try to indicate that he is taking over a country culture or adapting a country culture, something that has been made, for white people, and he taps into this. They try to act like they offended. That here come this black young boy taking over country music, rising the charts in country music. But I want to remind you that y'all have been imitating us, mimicking us, stealing from us, taking credit for all the strides that we have made in the music industry and copying off of us for
Years.
the beginning of time. Y'all have been doing this, so please shut the fuck up. Someone said that they were mad that he did an endorsement for Wrangler.
Wow!
Let this man get his money.
Yeah.
Look, I'm mad that all these artists are pumping up Fashion Nova. They will pump Fashion Nova before they'll pump any of the local black-owned boutiques, even though Fashion Nova is stealing all of the original styles from our black designers, recreating them and selling them. But y'all will endorse them instead of endorsing black boutiques. So, and y'all excuse this, we gotta get our money. So let Lil Nas X get his money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
money.
Go get you some Wranglers. Shit.
I don't know.
Listen, this has been an amazing show. There's been highs and lows. I hope you all tune in next week. every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You've been listening to Carmen Barton, Can You Hear Me Now, on Marketing Presents Dash Comedy. See y'all next week.
All right.
But you so much as touch the truth, I'ma go all this pop. Start riding on your cutty, look, it could be day or dark. Your daughter wanna fuck me true, but you can't trust my mom. And you better keep your hands to yourself, trying to rub on her, that's why you ass super hip. You know damn well that she got a man who's good, but you still trying to fuck my mama, bitch, you better run. Look, my mama been with me since I was a fetus. Just me and her, we broke, so who the fuck was gonna feed us? Man, Jesus, man, what we go do, we really need you. While I was up in school, she was scheming on the teachers. Trying to finesse them for their dues.
So let me know how you think I did.
That's cool. I wasn't really worried about you doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do it today, but I just threw something out there just to give you a reference idea of what my style is, how I can try to.
I know she wants a lot. She never say it, but I know she need that parking spot to be filled by someone I know who truly loves her. You a busser, so I know you probably don't know what that is. And you better keep your hands to yourself. Ask me for a question, you asking to just be dealt with. Fan fish, bugging, trying to have these little discussions about nothing. No, you fake that to get me off your shit. Real man.
You like this?
Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, let's go.
Shout out to Sam, stepdads, you know.
Just something different to cover this thing up, so people will know when they see.